have you noticed it's happening in cities across the country? Once bustling houses of worship suddenly gone quiet, thriving religious communities now left with empty pews. That is because millions of Americans have stopped going to church. The seismic shift so pronounced that a group of pastors and political scientists commissioned a study to get to the bottom of why Americans are leaving the church and how to bring them back. NewsNation's Natasha Zuves is looking into this, and I'm so glad that you are, because it's generational and it is, in fact, happening nationwide.
Yeah, just as you say, Marni, it is true all across this country. You can see these old abandoned churches in disrepair, some with graffiti inside. But on any given day, you may also pass by an unassuming building and not even realize that hundreds of Gen Zers are gathering on a Tuesday night to worship. What we're finding, Marni, is that American spirituality is not dead. It's just changing.
This is the big main worship room right here.
From Indiana.
Look at this. That's amazing. Those are choir robes.
To Texas.
Man.
And Massachusetts.
Stained glass is just amazing.
All across this country, YouTubers taking subscribers inside of old, abandoned churches, often in shambles.
And yeah, there's the balcony.
Graffiti on the walls.
Ridiculous. You gotta disrespect, really.
Many of these churches cornerstones in communities, the pews now empty. But what may not be as readily apparent as these structures in the heartland is this. Vibrant gatherings of young people, sometimes in unassuming spaces. All coming together to worship.
For those of you who are here in this space, holy cow, it's packed in here.
Pastor Jarrett Stevens of Soul City Church in Chicago is very aware of the dechurching statistics, but has seemed to crack the code.
The average age of our church right now is 27, so I definitely feel like I've aged out of our church. And what they don't see is that when you create a space for people to have an authentic experience, when you give them a voice, a seat at the table, they actually will want to not only be involved, but they'll want to shape the church.
But this may not be the church of their parents' generation.
Quick show of hands, how many of you pray every day? How many of you would describe yourself as religious?
Again, that probably would differ depending on how we talk about religion.
Yes.
So I think for me, religion is actually not something I relate to at all, the term religion. So for me, it's more of I'm actively following God.
When I was growing up in a highly religious family, it felt inauthentic because it felt like I was having to compartmentalize myself. Like certain parts of me were welcome at church, but other parts weren't. And the parts of me that struggled with mental health.
I grew up in a family of ministers. I grew up in a faith-based family. And so I, from a young age, understood the difference between religion and relationship. However, I grew up in a church that over time just did not really pour into the youth in the way that was needed for us.
Many people don't know this, but a lot of theologians have studied the life of these disciples. And many people believe that they were actually in their late teens and early 20s.
And it's this age group now that seems to be leading a modern movement, and not just in urban centers like Chicago. Earlier this year, a revival at a university in Kentucky went 11 straight days, finally having to be shut down, with their 1,400-person auditorium filled to the brim after word exploded on social media. And then at Oklahoma University, the Fill the Stadium event drew thousands of young people. The expression of American spirituality seems to be changing. The latest numbers now showing many Americans are dechurching. Folks who used to attend church at least once a month now go less than once a year. Over the last 25 or 30 years, 40 million people have stopped going to church.
It's the largest shift in religiosity in America over the last 200 years. There's actually more people left religion than joined religion during the First Great Awakening, the Second Great Awakening, and all the Billy Graham Crusades combined.
But not all of America is losing their religion. Professor Ryan Burge, co-author of the book The Great Dechurching, says almost 88% of Americans say they still believe in God at some level.
When it comes to Gen Z and religion, are you hopeful about the future?
Look, we're talking about a faith that has prevailed for over 2,000 years. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about, and concerned about, I should say, the hands that try and hold on too tightly to it rather than entrusting it to those who are coming behind them.
So if we are looking at this next generation, what do the numbers show? Well, in a recent survey, more than 1/3 of young adults between the ages of 18 and 25 say that they do believe in a higher power. And a study by Pew shows 20% of Americans in that same group say they attend religious services monthly.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.